Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined once again by my main man down below, Mr. Timothy Julian. And we are also joined by exclusive chef writer for BodySlam.net, Big Morgan, right? Morgan, welcome.
Hey.
So, before we get into it, Julian, you know who's still with me, right?
I think she's got two names. One of those names is a color. It's coming to me. You know, I was studying the feud between Sir Conan Arthur Doyle and Houdini, and the feud about mysticism. But the words are coming to me, and her name is Big Red.
Big Red is still in the trophy case, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy is still the OIWA North American Heavyweight Champion. And not only am I North American Heavyweight Champion, but I sent Mikko Maestro packing back to Finland, taking his Finnish ass back to his country.
You mean to tell me that you want a loser gets deported match?
Well, hey, look, this is a situation right here, man. I'm the North American Heavyweight Champion. He came to the ring and challenged me again. So what did I do? I said, hey, look, man, you got nothing. I got something you want. Why don't you give me something I want? If I beat you tonight, you give up your BCW contract and you go back to Finland. And he agreed. And 7 minutes later, his ass was gone. Your boy, the franchise, is still the OIW North American Champion.
Hey, man, you know, the way he was making his way to the ring, he was driving the ladies wild, doing the Magic Mike gimmick. You might have wanted to call him the Slinky.
Hey, man, all bullshit aside, Mikko Maestro is a damn good wrestler, man. Sad to see him go for 30 days, but hey, you know, it is what it is. And I'm still your OIW North American Champion. So let's get down to brass tacks, man. Monday Night Raw. It was pretty epic.
We kicked off the show because this is what our season premiere. So Crown Jewel in the books.
Season premiere had a bunch of rematches.
Crown Jewel in the books. The draft is in the books. All the little leftover, you know, people shifting around in the books. So this is the fresh start. This is the brand new season of Monday Night Raw. So it's a fresh, brand new start, and we kick off with our WWE champion, Big E, coming to the ring, kind of saying, hey, you know, who's going to step up? Who's going to challenge for the title? And out comes Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Kevin Owens, all talking about all the titles they held. Kevin Owens specifically saying, if I remember correctly, I was here in Houston when I won the Universal Championship, and I beat you, Seth Rollins, right here in this ring. So anyway, Sonya Deville comes out. She's had enough of their jaw jacking, and we get a fatal four-way ladder match for the #1 contendership. What turns out to be a kind of debit card in the bank, if you will. Not quite money in the bank, but you know, this little folder hanging over the top of the ring. So I don't know if it's gonna be next week, but the winner of that match, who was Seth Rollins, spoiler alert, will get the cash in at some point or at any point. I don't know.
It was a prediction. It wasn't a spoiler. We all knew.
Prediction was a spoiler.
But look, let's do this. Morgan, how long have you been with BodySlam.net?
I actually just finally started writing about a month ago. I've been a follower and I've been friends with Cassidy since like 2014. We actually tried to launch a podcast way back in the day and it didn't work. So I moved on to another site. But I've been a supporter for a long time.
And now look, BodySlam.net has a podcast pretty much every night of the week. With the Jabronis. A new group that just started podcasting with us. As a matter of fact, they're covering tomorrow night's NXT Halloween Havoc. So that means we don't have to watch that shit, which is good.
The wheel, make the deal.
Because I don't want to watch that shit.
I guess it's a good thing I've got access to Spectrum, but and that Cassidy hooked me up because now I can actually start watching wrestling again. It says sitting on Twitter, like, okay, what the hell's going on? Refresh, start refreshing.
Yeah, but you don't want to watch Halloween Havoc. You don't want to know about Braun Breaker and Von Wagner and all that other bullshit.
No, you do want to know about Braun Breaker. You just don't want to know about.
You have a signer in the company. Give him the name.
You mean Rick Steiner Jr.?
They have a sign. Why would you deviate from the name?
I don't know, man. It's Vince
So
McMahon.
the name is so stupid.
Look.
Unfortunately, I think plenty of fans have proved Vince McMahon right time and time again. So
it is what it is. So let's talk about Charlotte Flair, man. Let's talk about what happened on SmackDown with that stupid swap of the championships yet again. So last time that we had a swap of the championships, it was the New Day and the Street Profits swapping the tag team championships. This time, because Big Time Bex retained at Crown Jewel and Charlotte retained at Raw the week before against Bianca Belair, they just decided to swap SmackDown and Raw titles because they're switching brands. However, the trading of titles did not quite go as agreed upon. Someone kind of had the title tossed to him, and it wasn't much appreciated. A little disrespect there was felt, a little heat in the back. There was a lot of disrespect.
And disrespect. Allegedly, someone was escorted out by security. I don't know.
Okay, so let's just talk about that allegedly. You know how we are at this podcast. We never speculate. We never say what's going down unless we know what's going down. But there have been several different podcast platforms, several different wrestling news medias. We're talking like What Culture Wrestling, Wrestle Talk, Bodyslam.net, that have basically cataloged and categorized what the hell is going on with Charlotte Flair. A week ago, if you look a week ago, the funniest thing happened because Charlotte's I don't know if he's her fiance, whatnot you want to call him, but he posted fuck WWE on Twitter. Basically, that was in response to the belt being thrown on the ground. Charlotte threw the belt on the ground and got pissed. That's what really happened. She didn't want to look stupid. She didn't want to be like, hey, she didn't want to be the one to hand the belt over first.
Correct.
She didn't want to be without a belt, which is fucking stupid because we all know it's not the championship that makes the person. It's the person that makes the championship. So if you're one of those people that need a championship belt to validate who you are in this industry, then you're not worth the salt that you're not worth shit. Because remember, it is not the belt that makes the person, it is the person that makes the belt. So Charlotte got pissed, threw the belt down. And apparently there was some heat backstage with her, Becky, and with Sonya Deville. To the point where Sonya Deville wanted to throw hands with her. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, it's ridiculous.
There's those famous 3 words. Living the gimmick.
True statement.
And her dad did it for many, many, many years. And how far or how much of a work do you work yourself into until it's a shoot?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, how much are you going to get in? How seriously are you going to take this shit?
Right.
And she's did it. Look, she's had issues with Nia Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently she's had issues with Becky Lynch stemming from like 2-3 years ago when she was out with an injury. And Becky,
the plastic comment.
The plastic comment. I mean, say what you will. say what you will, and quite honestly, Charlotte does have the upper hand in this whole thing because the WWE's talent roster on SmackDown is shit when it comes to women. So they need her. But she's taken it to a whole new level with that whole need and want. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Massive text messages.
My thing with Charlotte is, I mean, she's an undeniable talent. Yeah, she's been putting too much emphasis on the belt, but also it's like I understand she wants out of her contract. I understand she wants to get out of there. I understand she's got issues, and yeah, she's got her tension with Becky because you know that comment that Becky made. Yeah, it was a little uncalled for, at least ran it by Charlotte before she say it, and we all know. I mean, it's been. We all know Charlotte is highly insecure about her looks, and when she was out for that time, she wasn't getting more surgeries. She was getting a correction made. Her implants had busted, had been leaking for 6 months, and were making her sick. That's a long ass recovery time because you're going in, you're scraping a whole bunch of shit out, and you're allowing everything to heal. So yeah, that was a little bit of a low blow for Becky, but at the same time, Charlotte needs to suck it up and get over it and just, at least be civil until the end of her contract and she decides to renew or just leave. Or if WWE does that famous thing and that thing they're famous for, like, oh, you were out for this amount of time, so we're going to tack that to the end of your contract. You're not leaving just yet.
Yeah.
It's like, be an adult and deal with it. Like, I've worked jobs where I wanted to punch Michael.
It looks like Morgan's internet is having issues. Can you hear us, Morgan?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you.
It was too much heat, man. She dropped her. She drove her broadband crazy.
Yeah, she was over there. She was dropping that nuclear heat. It was that nuclear heat, man. Like,
somewhere Tessa Blanchard is about to have a shit fit. That's her.
We forgot to tell you.
Tessa's watching like that's my role. That's mine.
You don't say that name on this podcast. She's the band name on this podcast.
Can we just call her? Can we call her the Crimson Chin?
Oh wow!
Oh hail the Crimson Chin!
Wow. Okay.
I've seen plenty of nicknames on Twitter. So.
Oh shit! Oh man! Speaking of Twitter, Mark Carano is going to be fucking talking shit on the podcast, man. Like, I can't wait to hear that.
Oh God, Carano's going to be on a podcast. Oh Lord!
I can't wait to hear what Carano has to say. Oh my God!
Whose podcast is he going to be on?
Oh man, I just saw it on Twitter. I can't go back to it. My friggin' mouse is dying. Look, so let's get into this Raw review. Let's go ahead and get Raw out of the way, and I'll put the information about the Dazzly Charlotte Flair.
So after the ballyhoo between the ballyhoo and Bollywood, the ballyhoo between the the guys getting ready for the 4-way match, we had a video package rewinding RK Bro versus the Street Profits and the interference between AJ and almost He's So Large interference, and showing a almost choke slamming Riddle onto the ring apron and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, bam, Chiron comes up, and we're told that we're getting a 3-way tag team match for the to determine the contenders for the tag team titles tonight on Raw. And it's going to be the Dirty Dogs versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. And it's coming up next. And so, bam, here we are, 6-man tag, 3-team tag.
I will say this, triple threat tag.
Yeah,
I will say this. WWE did throw a
3-way tag team match.
They did throw a monkey wrench into the whole scenario because remember, they had been advertising. They advertised it last week on Monday. No, they advertised it online Friday that the WWE Tag Team Championships will be defended on Raw, RK Bro versus AJ and Almost.
But that didn't happen.
And they changed it. I'm glad they changed it. They finally decided to do something right.
So what we got instead was the Street Profits versus the Dirty Dogs and the Alpha Academy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've ever heard this before, and I'll come in closer, but it is a crime that Otis is not wearing a Vader mask and doing a Vader 2.0 gimmick right now.
I knew you were going to say that.
He should be doing Vader bombs. He should be doing the whole thing, especially after he shaved. And you know what? I don't even want him to come in with the shoulder pad with the smoke and the steam, and he doesn't need to do all that. He just needs the mask, and he can go ahead and let Shorty G be his be his manager.
Well, let's not do the Shorty G thing again.
I don't mean as Shorty G.
I was gonna say I thought they got rid of the Shorty G name, or am I that far out of the loop?
No, not a Shorty G.
That was so bad.
Okay,
that was so bad.
But anyway,
like why?
So this was actually kind of funny because for the first time in a long time, we had a 2 heel tag team versus 1 babyface tag team, and we didn't run into the whole 2 heels crossing, getting greedy and screwing each other out of the win.
Yeah, they weren't crossing the
That's not what happened. But what we did get is Angelo Dawkins just hitting a plethora of suplexes. I mean, he just pulled out a gang of them, just one right after the other, and it was beautiful. And of course, Alpha Academy hit the beautiful heart attack. I love that move from way back in the day. I loved it when Bret the Hitman and Neidhart would hit it. It was great, and they are doing them definite justice. But after they hit the heart attack and the pin was in place, we definitely had Montez hit the sky high frog splash. Bam, broke it up. And then, oh my God, there he is. He's so large.
He's so huge.
Own personal Colossus comes
so
out
big.
Ears, and he just starts killing everybody.
He's so big.
Everybody, even the crowd.
Because he's so big. He's so big.
And he punches Dawkins in the face. And I hate to be, it was kind of obvious because Angelo Dawkins leans between the ropes like, hey, you need to stop that. Almost clocks him. Dirty Dogs get the pin, and they are your tag team contenders for the night.
Now, I was very, very, very impressed with the Dirty Dogs tonight. Big Rob.
Big Bob.
I was very impressed with them tonight. And I liked the way commentary kept putting them over. Like, they were SmackDown tag team champions. They were Raw tag team champions. Like, they're the only tag team legit in this thing. And I was like, well, what about the tag team
And
champions?
it was glorious.
Look, I'm so sad that those guys left NXT, but Bobby Roode left NXT. Because remember those glorious routines with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano where they would catch him. Robert Roode would be in the bathroom or the toilet. And also his music would start playing. And they kicked the door open and he wasn't there. Then they kicked the second door open and he wasn't there. And then they kicked the third door open and he opens the door and he looks up and he's like, it was awesome. That got that.
God,
that
that was just like,
over.
Oh my God. I was actually just talking about that. I still have to edit it. I've had some problems with my computer, so I just finally downloaded iMovie, and I have to edit an interview that I actually did with Aiden English a couple weeks ago, where we actually talk about the pinnacle that was NXT between 2014 to 2018 and just how it's unmatched. And it's you're gonna be entertained. He just goes on, and his eyes light up, and it's fantastic.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the NXT 2.0 now, or 3.5 or 7.8, whatever the fuck it is.
4.0.
No one gives a shit about it right now. Like that's the ugly stepsister. That's like, okay, when you go out to a club and it's like this. There's like 5 really, really unattractive women, and then there's the one super hot one. The one super hot one hangs out with all her 5 other friends so she can make herself look better. Just like guys. Guys go to the club.
To be fair.
Guys do it too. Like the guys go to the club, they pick 5
fair.
ugly dudes and one good looking one. And we all like, hey, look at us. That's NXT is the ugly friend right now to Raw and SmackDown.
To be fair, I mean, NXT. how long did it take to get NXT to where it was? It's going right back to the beginning. It was never meant to be its own brand. It was meant to be developmental. So it's going back to the basic building blocks.
Look, it's a reboot.
So we probably just have to give it.
Let me tell you about a reboot. That's a reboot right there.
Oh yeah, man, and that reboot's coming one of these days. We gonna get it.
3MB will never return. Never.
We will get it. We will get it. I don't care if they bump into each other at Albertsons.
Let me tell you something.
If someone is there to take a picture,
because
not Albertsons. Not Albertsons. Oh my god, I haven't heard that store name in years.
Oh my god. You had to go there. The Albertsons.
I'm saying no. There's the pinnacle. Now there's the pinnacle of the South.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about 3MB. You know why it never happened again? I'm gonna tell you why it never happened again.
Because it was shit.
Well, that too. But you know why it would never happen again?
Because all their careers are too large now. They launched off from it.
It's because of people like you, Julian. Because of people like you, it will never happen. You know why? Because you want it to happen, and Vince doesn't want to give you what you want. I mean, look, even Batista was like, "Give me what I want. Give me what I want." Fans, give me what I want, Vince. Give me what I want. No, I'm going to give you what I want, pal. I'm going to give you 500 matches with Goldberg, pal. That's what he's going to do.
You know what? I imagine one day I'm going to.
I mean, Big E wouldn't be opposed to that.
I'm going to get a Twitter direct message, and it's going to be those three guys together taking a selfie just for me.
You know what you can do?
You know
what you can do? You can go ahead and you can find 3MB on fucking what's that? What's that Cameo? You can find him on Cameo. You can be like,
where
hey,
Drew McIntyre alone will charge you $600 freaking bucks for a goddamn video, for a 30-second video.
Ladies and gentlemen, my birthday is February 17th. You want to do another solid? You want to do me a solid? You think that the work that I'm doing here by watching Raw for you is worth something? You get the modern day Maharaja. You get the one-man rock band. You get the Scottish psychopath to get onto one Cameo and wish me a happy birthday. You will never hear about 3MB from me.
Shut the fuck up. Are you? I'm on it. Let me find. I am on it right now. Let me go find. Where the hell is Drew McIntyre's Cameo right now? I'm about to buy that shit for you.
I will let it go. I will let it go. I will let it go.
I'm gonna buy that shit for you right now. There it is, right there. There it is. Too. Wow, you are not playing. Oh my god!
Is it actually?
It's $400.
Is it actually $600?
No, it's $400. That's even worse.
That's just for Scott. That's just for Drew McIntyre.
I bet. Hold on. Let me see if I can find Heath Slater.
You want all three? Psh, man, you gonna shell out at least $1,000.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find Heath Slater.
It's kind of like each of the Infinity Stones by themselves does something.
I can get you one. I can get you one from Heath Slater for $50. Heath Slater's $50.
Talk to Hornswoggle too.
Wow, you're asking for way too much now. Now you want horny too?
You know, because he's the manager.
Oh my god! You just want to have another WLC match. That's all it is.
How about the modern day Maharaja?
Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna find him on there. But let me tell you something.
I don't think he has one.
I went to a party at WrestleMania weekend called called Wale Mania.
Yes.
And I walked into Wale Mania.
Yes.
And I'm hanging out with Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho and Kelly and the late Shaq Gaspard and JTG. We're all up in the VIP area. And I nudged JTG and I said, "Hey, bro, is that who I think it is?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, that's Jinder Mahal." Jinder was standing up on this stool and he was smoking hookah. His legs are so fucking skinny. Like his upper body is like super muscular.
Yeah.
And he has like little twiggy ass legs. I was like, that is not him. And he had like some shorts.
So he has former Kevin Nash syndrome.
Yes. There it is. He should have put some pants on his ass. Should have put some pants on.
I was gonna say Kevin Nash built his stuff up though. He's equal now, but I do remember, and Brock has the same problem. It's all upper body, and then he's only in his 50s. Come on.
Yeah, but he's. I'm 47. And I look 25. I look 30. He's 40. He's 52, and he looks 90. So he hit the road hard and laid it out wet.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
He sure the fuck did. And with that, we're gonna.
Well, I mean, let's look at the Click and all the shit they did. Triple H was the only one who literally didn't do anything.
That's what they say. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're back.
Man, tell you, conversations about me totally light my fuse. Anyway, so let's talk about the rest of this Monday Night Raw.
Oh man! So guess what we got tonight? Hey, so we're going to go off the beaten path here, and we're going to talk about two of the most unexpected things of the night that we got. Number one, we got a video package for Veer.
Right?
Like his own video package. No
shocked.
Shanky, no modern day Maharaja, just Veer by himself. Now, Veer did have a tag team partner, and his partner was released for reasons that have been discussed previously. But looks like Veer is going to go off on a singles run here. He's going to veer off onto his own.
Okay.
All right.
I'll tell you this. Veer and Shanky. The best one is on Raw right now.
Did Veer and Shanky get split up?
Yeah.
Did Shanky actually go to SmackDown?
Yeah.
Is Shanky with Jinder Mahal?
No.
Oh.
Veer, Stanky.
Is Shanky don't stab John Cena in the club?
Bro.
Because, they call him Shanky.
Shanky. Stanky.
Yeah. All right. So the second surprise that we got, ladies and gentlemen, in our United States title match of the night, we get Damian Priest defending against
T-Bar.
T-Bar. Hey, man, look. If y'all miss this match, you miss something special. T-Bar came with the offense. First of all, he was representing Retribution. He was holding it down for Slapjack. He was holding it down for Mace. He's holding it down for everybody. He came out there. Was that a discus drive-by kick that he gave to Damian Priest?
He fucked him up with that spot.
Kicked the shit out of him.
Oh,
Then
man.
turned around and my man T-Bar went and hit a moonsault. What?
Yes.
I mean, he was just pulling out all the stops. And then he goes outside the ring and he picks up an announcer's chair and throws it at Damian Priest.
Did you read
so
Damian
what-
Priest's mouth? He looked up and he said, "You motherfucker."
Yeah.
Stiff.
So
Whew, that was
this
a
is where we
straight shoot.
saw the devil in Damian Priest.
That was a straight shoot. He was going ham. Like Morgan. Morgan, tell me, what are your thoughts on that crazy shit?
Jesus. I mean, first I was just happy to see Damian Priest, period, because I absolutely love him. But I'm watching that match and I'm like, okay, they're going stiff as fuck right now, and some of this looks a little unplanned. Shoot here, what's going on?
Yeah,
But
that
it was a good ass match, and honestly, I wouldn't mind if they kind of elaborated on that a little further instead of just like a one-off.
Hey, right now, that was a fight. That was a legit fight.
Did you?
You can tell. You can just see the look on his face. I've been in matches where I've had that look. You can just tell the look on his face. He was so heated. So heated. He snapped. He legit snapped. And just, man. It was crazy.
Hey,
Crazy,
so
crazy, crazy.
Well, I guess we're gonna
know-
have to see what Fight Throw. I've got that Patreon subscription, so I'm sure my phone's gonna be blown up with alerts tomorrow from Patreon.
Sapp's gonna have a lot to say about that.
Hey, so
I can't wait to see him pop off.
I don't know if you guys had checked Twitter earlier this evening. God, let me find it.
I practically live on Twitter, but I may have missed it. Whatever it is.
So T-Bar said, "Hey, that was a DQ match. He did not submit. He did not get pinned. He did not get beaten by Damian
That's right.
Priest. So still, as far as he's concerned, he is still the number one contender for the United States title, and he deserves a rematch."
Ooh, he does too.
So T-Bar versus Damian Priest Part 2. It's got to be coming up next week. Make a nice little run out of it.
Let's hope so.
Hey, if y'all didn't know, Queen Zelina Vega is a heel.
Okay, look, I gotta say this before we go any further. Before we go any further, I gotta say this. Why did she come out with an English accent? Can you explain that to me?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well for him.
I'm just like, she's bouncing.
She was like, "Listen,
It was
here,
really
you
bad.
peasants."
It's an accent more
It was
than Lana did
bouncing.
when she was switching from Russian to American.
It was bouncing back and forth. Yeah, it was.
Poor Mike Rome. Poor Mike Rome. She was like, and you, Rome. So what the hell is she doing? It was you need to introduce me like we rehearsed it earlier. And she kept going in and out of the English voice, you know. And then Dewdrop.
It's like, girl, we know you're not British, and that was not a good British accent. Don't do it.
Bro,
Dewdrop whooped that ass.
but she did the double knees to the face off the top rope on Dewdrop in slow fucking motion. And it really looked like Dewdrop was setting her down. But then Dewdrop goes and sells it like it was just like, I took 2 knees to the face. And she falls back. And I watched it on video just over and over from various sources. And I was like, wait, did I see that right? Oh, maybe this video was too slow. So I watched it someplace else. And I go, nope, that's the same speed. It's like, no, that's the same speed. Yeah,
It was ridiculous, dude. It was ridiculous. Hey, let me.
But Zelina wins and she is a heel. Okay, so is it everybody else's internet connection or is it mine?
The way Charlotte threw the belt down.
I'm guessing it's an overall bad connection.
He's bouncing.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was just me.
Okay, no, it's not just you.
Others.
I feel like I'm watching that episode of Another Life where they took the AI and they slowed down her processor and she was like, oh, I'm being tortured. Am I the only one watching Another Life? Come on now. It's on Netflix. They're on season 2. Or video.
No, it's definitely not.
Hey,
Yeah,
Trey, yeah, that's right. We will be the only ones down for 3MB. So, y'all, BJ is frozen. He took one too many shots to the head this weekend during his title defense, and he is now frozen. He's probably going to go to a medical facility and be attended to by a medical professional. And then he will be back, or maybe an IT professional.
I'm thinking.
Oh, I'll look at that.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules.
Well, you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
You tell him, Sash.
All right, let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen. We are back.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Oh, that was Morgan just popped up like the Undertaker, boy. She was gone for a second and just boom right there. Okay, so we were talking about Mike Johnson, the PWI insider. He basically made a report saying that several people backstage were pissed off about the whole Charlotte Flair throwing the belt down gimmick at SmackDown, and the lion's share of people backstage don't want to work with Charlotte anymore. Like, a lot of people are saying that she's in it for herself. She's not a team player. People are praising Becky as a hero for standing up to her. They're basically, Charlotte is the new Tessa Blanchard. Oops, did I say that name?
Oh, you said them words. You said them words.
Charlotte is a new TB. That's what we'll call her, the TB.
Tuberculosis, the new tuberculosis.
The disease apparently in the locker room. So yeah, that's pretty freaking bad. She wants to get out of that contract so she can go with AEW, and it is what it is.
Hey, so let's do a little forecasting here.
Oh shit! Wait! You sure you want to do predictions?
Okay, let's do a little bit of forecasting here. Not predictions. Forecasting.
Okay.
What would Charlotte Flair's reception be to an AEW locker room considering A, the treatment she's used to receiving working for WWE, and B, the treatment that she would expect as a star coming in, Flair's daughter, the queen of wrestling, da 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 da. Of course, it automatically gives her a feud with Britt Baker, and it automatically makes her the heel. Of course.
Well, I'll tell you this: if she goes to WWE, if she goes to AEW, there's no way on God's green earth she's going to play second fiddle to anyone. And Britt Baker is the number one person, the number one female in AEW right now. So she probably won't be coming there.
I'm saying, like,
I don't think she'll be coming there.
At the same time, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tony Khan would give her whatever she wants. He has a bottomless pit for a bank account. And obviously, I can't confirm or deny anything because I don't exactly know. But rumor is that the big names who have come to W already basically get their ass kissed when they want anyway. So she will be coming into exactly what she expects, and she's probably going to get it.
I don't know.
I think that would go over like a lead balloon with the other talent.
Oh, it would. It obviously would. But the other alternative right now, as far as they're concerned, is WWE. And a lot of people don't want to go to WWE anymore. So it's basically just another version of it's in a whole new company.
But that sounds a whole lot like ATM Eric and WCW of the early 2000s.
Which AEW's been getting that comparison for at least the past year. So, I mean, if so many people are making that comparison at some point, when does there start to be truth to those allegations?
We will talk about that on Wednesday night.
All right.
Let's get back
I'm always up for starting shit on Wednesday.
Oh, there it is. Let's get back to this Monday Night Raw, which actually wasn't too bad.
It was not too bad. In fact, it was highly entertaining because, out next we had the video package of Brock Lesnar and why he's suspended. So, this guy's exhausted his appearance dates for the year. Let's get him off TV for a while.
Exactly.
So Brock Lesnar kind of, went crazy and loco and F5'd a bunch of people on SmackDown. So he's been suspended indefinitely. Probably until the Rumble, I'm guessing. So we get the video package, and then out comes big time Bex with the verbal rundown. Nobody can compare to her. She got the Raw Championship on her shoulder. I don't remember if they did a video package about the belt exchange or anything. I don't remember it.
No, they didn't actually.
And then, and of course, out comes the EST. And how she deserves a shot at the Raw Women's title because she just got finished beating Charlotte. And she's not the one who got pinned at Crown Jewel. So next week on Raw, we're going to get Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. KO and Finn talk backstage. Then we get our Damian Priest and T-Bar match. And then we get... Carmella versus Liv Morgan.
Okay, so I'm going to say two things about this Carmella versus Liv Morgan match.
One, Mella is money.
Mella is money. Mella is money all day, every day, twice on Sunday. I do want to know, our good friend, Kate Hensler, posted on Twitter, and I quote, Carmella's boobies are just out there.
Dude, them things were thanging tonight. I need to know what bra she uses because damn.
I was just gonna say this. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't notice it because what man would notice it? But did you notice how much Corey Graves was putting her over so much tonight? I mean, we all know they just got engaged like 2 days ago, but he was putting her over so much tonight to the point to where Liv Morgan bumped outside the ring, threw Carmella over the table, and said, happy engagement, and grabbed her and threw her back in the ring.
I'm quite sure he's putting her over later on tonight too. Putting her over the couch.
Then commentary
Ooh,
just did.
He was putting her over because he knew it's the couch tonight if he doesn't.
Oh yeah. I've seen some of their TikToks and stuff where she totally shits on him. It's so funny.
Do you like scat?
No. Like,
Oh, okay. That's disgusting. Just gross.
Like
I was gonna say, I don't know if they've
Cleveland
quite got away with that on TikTok yet.
I didn't think
People
WWE
are
was doing
pushing the
two chicks in a
limits
cup.
though.
two girls, one cup.
I can't. Nope. All right, out, come on.
Julian. You're on your own.
I apologize for that. I have a
the
very needy
sponsor
cat who
always
does
gets
not
them.
know the meaning of the word no.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are the words of Julian, and they're only of Julian. They do not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast or BodySlam.net.
I got a disclaimer again. Come on.
God damn it, Cheryl, you're right. There you go. Demonetized.
No, she said demonized.
No, stop demonetizing the F out of this video.
Demonized. She said demonized. Thank you very much.
Oh, she did. She did. Oh, they both said demon. Look, demonetized. Oh my God. Okay. Back on track. God damn it.
Okay, so back to Melon and her 2 cups. All right, go ahead.
But look,
D
she
cup.
came out. She
D
came
cup.
out in some fly ass J's. I did post on Twitter them J's though. So she, correct exist. She came out in some J's. She did her thing. She got in the ring and she was like, "I'm so beautiful. I'm so gorgeous." And then Corey Graves is like, "She's so beautiful. She's so gorgeous. Mela is money." Blah blah blah. So she went on for a good like 5 minutes
And
while
she
during a
went
commercial
on.
break. And then she came back on and she had that stupid fucking mask on
Carbon fiber mask.
with diamonds. Diamonds encrusted mask. What the?
Extra protective.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Cheryl, you're right.
I'm just waiting for the day. I'm just waiting for the match that leads to the mask getting destroyed. Because at some point it's going to happen. Someone's going to run out with scissors and cut
It's
it
gonna
up.
be a mask on a pole match. Some shit. A mask, a TLC match where the winner gets the mask or something.
Hey, but you are completely
I'm sorry. Is Vince Russo writing that match?
No. John Laurinaitis. Oh no, it wouldn't be that. It would be something
No,
else.
John Laurinaitis would be a bra and panties.
On a pole match.
You are completely overlooking the float over face buster.
Okay, no. I put that on my Twitter too. That was the best finisher.
Okay.
That right there for me.
Yeah.
Oh, they did a lot of
It looked
reversals.
great.
They did a lot of reversals, a lot of roll-ups.
A little bit of tweaking, but it looked great.
Yeah, they did a lot of reversals, a lot of don't get me wrong, the match was great.
Yeah.
The finish, wow.
Yeah.
That roll that she went into it was like a fireman's carry into like a twisting like face buster.
Yeah.
I was just like,
great.
ooh. I was like, hashtag Mela is money. That was
Mela's
money.
always been money.
Oh, all day, man. Twice on Sunday.
I remember
damn
when
day.
she came, I doubted her. I was just like, it's a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Oh, do you know what happened next, though? Bearcat Lee clawed his way onto Raw next.
Okay. Here's
God
Julian.
I mean, goddamn. With
Can
the
I
whole,
just say-
all the bullshit. So here's the thing. Aleister Black leaves. He takes the fucking creaking coffin with him. Ricochet no longer pew 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 pew. No more of that shit. They're like, we got to put something in there. Oh, Bearcat Lee. Rah, 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 rah.
It was stupid.
Mother.
It was so stupid. Like, look. I'm gonna tell you, my ankle is still fucked up. It was so bad. I went to go put ice on my foot. Okay. When I came back, I was like, oh shit, it's Cedric Alexander. I guess that push is gone.
Yeah.
And he squashed the shit out of Cedric Alexander. It was so bad.
Hey, I have a question. have you all, as children, or maybe as the parent of children, have you read the book called Where the Wild Things Are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Bearcat
obviously
Lee
as a kid.
doing the looks like the fucking animal on the cover.
He is where the wild things are.
What?
Where the wild things are? Vince's closet.
That's.
I'm never gonna unsee it.
No,
I'm never gonna unsee it.
You can't. It's
Just
something that's
the-
going to be
the-
burned
the-
into your retinas.
Wow, that's. Oh.
It is ridiculous.
I guess you know what. So Vince is famous for he's not my creation, but I like him, so I've got to tear him down and build him back up.
Here's the thing.
He doesn't have to.
Vince, we're not stupid. Keith Lee was fine the way he was.
But his shirt, his jacket on the front still says Keith Lee.
And it says
Keith
Bearcat Keith Lee.
Keith
Look.
Didn't Keith Lee say
Lee.
that this gimmick was his creation,
Bearcat.
like the
No.
name and everything?
No. And I'm going to tell you something, Julian. This is all your fault.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
blaming it on you. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. 3 weeks ago, we were talking about Bearcat Lee.
Yes.
And I said, wow, I hope they don't dress him up like a fucking idiot. And then you said, as long as they don't have the Chris Benoit claws on his chest. What did they have on his fucking shirt today? The claw marks. Vince McMahon is listening to you. Please. Okay, since Vince is listening to you, can you tell him to do something good with Keith Lee?
Yes. Have Keith Lee reform the 3MB. Have Keith Lee run the
Actually,
ring.
skip.
Have him attack Jinder Mahal. Have him attack Drew McIntyre, and then be like, "Who else is going to come out and save y'all?" And then out comes the one-man rock band. And then the 3MB comes back together and they beat up Keith Lee and send him packing.
There's a
and they
mole
just
in the
stand in the ring
podcast.
together. And they just rocking and they're standing and they're rocking. And the 3MB is back.
You're speaking it
God.
into existence.
He is.
It's gonna
He keeps doing
happen.
this. He keeps doing this. Like he doesn't get it.
Fucking
Vince
Hornswoggle
McMahon.
runs out. He's got their guitars and he hooks them
Oh my
up, hooks
God.
up the amps.
A creative is watching, like, well, our job's done.
They're like, we finally got something new. Yeah, you just gave creative a whole new fucking like two months of a push
Yeah.
that it ended in like 3 days. By the time Thursday comes around, the push is over.
They just need one night, just one night.
They can't do it. And you
If
just did
they,
it right.
if they reunited 3MB for one segment of the Royal Rumble and then like Jinder Mahal threw the other two out, that'd be fine.
Look,
I know, and you're
He's a
probably saying
Bearcat
that Jinder
band.
Mahal would not be the one throwing them out, and probably Drew McIntyre throw the other two out. I got you.
Jesus Christ. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. My co-host here, Mr. Julian, has lost his goddamn mind.
But Bearcat Lee, yeah, the sound effects.
Too much.
Fucking
Too much.
stop! Nobody needs sound effects.
I personally
Nobody
think that
needs sound effects.
who the hell do they have doing the music now? Because I know CFOS or on whoever they got now, they need to take away the sound effects board because they're obviously having too much fun. It's like sound effects are great, but they're not a substitute for actual theme music. Thank you.
Well, they also have that button where they just press the crowd noise in there, Oh, the crowd's too quiet. Let's press this button. Yeah. Anyway, so after Bearcat Lee destroyed
Cedric Alexander. I mean, he demonstrated that he's working a big man style. It's a squash style. Now, at the end of the match, we did have Shelton Benjamin get in his face. A little bit of a stare down, but he backed down. But if in any match I can get with Shelton Benjamin, I'm happy. So if we can get Shelton Benjamin versus Keith Lee next week, and it's actually like a legit match, and who knows, maybe Bobby Lashley will come back to get revenge for his Hurt Business guys.
funny about that though.
Because he said he's coming back, and he said it's going to be all about business when he comes back. So Keith Lee might be on his docket.
Keith Lee is married to.
I just watched Shelton versus Keith. I was just about to say, Mia Yim will pop off on Twitter and it'll be
It would
absolutely
be
wonderful.
awesome. If Shelton Benjamin is her best friend, it would be so much heat on Twitter. It would be great. My boo and my bestie are fighting. It'll be
Oh,
so
it's going to be
awesome.
hilarious.
Any match with Shelton Benjamin is gonna be fire.
It's the gold standard.
That dude is just guaranteed to deliver. Just every match he's been in, I've just always loved it.
They should bring Shelton's mama back.
No, they shouldn't. No, they shouldn't.
Shelton's mama with the soup. Come on.
That was comedian.
That-
Comedian. What was it? Yeah, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave that alone.
That's on YouTube. I'm not even, nope.
Mm-mm. Nope.
It's like,
With
I
the oxygen
barely
tank and
remember that, so
everything?
nope.
Yeah, nah.
Look, ladies and
Next,
I made sure to erase that from my mind.
Let me go ahead and do this real quick, ladies and gentlemen. This coming Wednesday night, 2 days from now, live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, we're going to do something we normally don't do, but I want to do it anyway. A lot of you people may know former Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Dragon Gate, CZW, and NWA Wildside star, Jimmy Rave. Jimmy Rave has been around for a long time. I've known Jimmy Rave for a long time. Jimmy Rave is, he fell on some bad times with some injuries. He had to have an amputee. He had to have amputation. Career's over. His medical bills are racking up. So I would like to have Jimmy Rave on this Wednesday night to help raise money for his GoFundMe to help pay for some of these bills. So, to your friends, to everyone you know, tune in live Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast on bodyslam.net on YouTube and the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Go like, click, and subscribe. We need to do the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's help him out. Let's get Jimmy Rave approved. Let's go ahead and raise some money to help this guy. He's given his whole life to this wrestling industry. Let's pay it back.
all right.
That's all I want to say. Anyway, continue.
All right.
So next up, we get Awesome Theory versus Dominic Mysterio. And a little bit of backstage, not a whole lot going on here. But Awesome Theory defeats Dominic with the ATL, which was like a spinning, ends up with a knee to the face.
Earlier, didn't Dominic? He came into the locker room with
Yeah,
Ray,
he came to the locker room. He was
and
taking
he was
selfies.
like, "Hey, let me take a selfie."
Yeah. And so
Austin
this
did
match
the Eddie Shimmy. He can go somewhere.
Oh my God, yeah, he did it twice.
he did it twice. Yes, he did.
But you know what's really funny? Dominic did it too. I mean, Dominic looked like a fucking idiot also. So I was like, "Oh, okay." But when Ray did it, it was okay.
Yeah.
I was with it when Ray did
I think
it. When
Ray
Dominic did it,
earned-
I was like, "Come on."
Ray earned the right to be able to do the shimmy. Dominic, maybe, but not Austin.
I think Dominic inherited it.
I mean,
There you
supposedly
go.
he was. Supposedly Eddie was his daddy. So
Yeah. So next up, we get
somebody's dog is
our-
active.
Julian,
That's my dog. Come here, Paul.
Hey, I'm not.
So we get
I
Arcade
ain't
Bro
talking.
versus
Shut
the
up
Dirty
until I let her out
Dogs.
of the room.
Dirty Dogs. Funny. Arcade Bro versus the Dirty Dogs for the Raw Tag Team Championship titles. And that's where we get the video package of Veer. And then out come the Dirty Dogs. We get an RKO on Rude, a super kick on Randy, pin exchanges between Ziggler and Riddle. And then the finish happens when Riddle pins Ziggler with the Scradle.
okay, so I will tell you
The-
that exchange of roll-ups was
Yes.
so fucking good.
Yes.
That right there, I agree with Cheryl. That match, I love that match. It was the match of the night. And I gotta say, Rude and Ziggler showed up and they fucking showed out.
They did.
I don't like Matt Riddle. I fucking can't stand Matt Riddle.
Totally
But
thought
that was
about
the-
you at the beginning of the match when he kicked off his sandals and the doves took off everywhere.
Yeah, stupid. But it was over. It was over. I mean, that was that was the best match. That was the best match of the whole night, in my opinion. 5 stars.
But yeah, they
Ziggler.
were really, really good match there. So Dirty Dogs looked pretty strong. RK Bro, of course, came out on top. And this was not Randy finishing the match. This was actually Riddle finishing the match, and Randy actually kind of congratulating him on this.
They were, the fact that they were talking about Halloween.
Yeah.
Riddle was like, "Yeah, bro, we can do this. We can do this. Yeah, bro, we can do this." And I'm like, if you say bro one more fucking time, he got ready to say it again. And Randy was like, "Hold on 1 second. We can talk about Halloween all night long until we're blue in the face. But first, we got to go out there and retain the titles." Thank God Randy Orton shut him up. Because if I heard bro one more fucking time, I'd have ran my head into a wall.
The scary thing is he's actually like that in real life. Ugh.
I know.
After 5 times, I'm gonna be like, okay, so that's 1 finger down for every bro. We have 5.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Someone else that can't stand Randy Riddle. Shane.
Oh, I've got a plethora of reasons to not like Riddle.
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't. Yeah,
We can't talk about that right now. But the funniest line on Twitter that I saw tonight, and it made me chuckle a little bit. Austin Theory was in the locker room with Dominic Mysterio, and a fan posted, "Is it okay for Austin Theory to be in a room with an underage kid?" And then they were like, "Oh wait," Dominic's over 18. I was just like, so wrong. Oh man.
Oh fuck! I can't believe that didn't get in my group chat. How did you pick that up?
It was out there on Twitter. Hey, I don't write the news. I just report it.
Wow.
So anyway, the match was great. 5 stars. Riddle and Dolph Ziggler was that amazing exchange. It was pinfall. It was so good. The transition was great. I don't like Riddle, but he showed his wrestling prowess. He showed that he can work with Dolph Ziggler, or maybe Ziggler carried him. I don't know, but it was
one of the two. But yeah, Ziggler
great.
carried everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after this was our fatal 4-way ladder match. And we had Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus
Kevin Owens. Now, when I first saw this match, my first thought was they're going to give it to Kevin Owens so they can keep him. Because Kevin Owens' contract is coming up, and the way he was going about, I need to win this match. One or two things were happening. One, they were leaning into the fact that his contract is coming to an end. Or two, that was him just being like Xavier Woods. Like, I want to be king of the ring. By the way, all hail King Woods.
All hail King Woods. 80-20, 20% bought into that, but it's kind of funny, actually. So out of the 4 people listed, I did not think that Rey Mysterio was going to win. I did not think Finn Balor was going to win. So between Seth and KO, I would have given it more to KO simply because of the fighting styles and the match that he and Big E would have had. But they gave it to Seth Rollins instead.
Well, there have been rumors about Seth challenging for the title and working a story with Big E. Because at the end of the ladder match, when Raw was going off the air, Big E came out. Walked up to Seth. Seth walked up to him, and they looked at each other. They shook each other's heads like, "Yo, okay," and that was it.
Rumors of repercussions.
That's right. Rumors of repercussions. But
And Seth actually, right as we were starting the podcast, I had turned off the app, but Seth was actually getting ready to do an interview, and it looks like that it was on the stage. So I'm sure that's going to be, that's probably already online somewhere.
I think it was on Raw Talk. Well, I mean,
Speaking of which, need to definitely catch up on Raw Talk after this to figure out who all said what. Yeah, they said they were going to have Zelina. Who else was supposed to be on Raw Talk?
Big E and the tag champs.
Hey, where did Edge wind up in terms of the draft?
Oh, didn't he go back? Didn't he stay on Raw?
Edge? Let me see.
Stay on Raw, or you mean stay on SmackDown?
I think he came to Raw.
I think he's still on SmackDown. Edge draft. Looking right now.
It was kind of funny talking about.
No, he went to Raw.
I thought
when
because I was like, they're going to continue the feud on Raw. They're just going to keep it going.
No, it's supposed to be squashed. They kept on talking about during the cage match how that was the end of it. Like that, this was the blow off.
It's WWE. There's no such thing as a blow off.
Yeah, I know.
This is true.
Come on.
I mean, there's such thing as them being blow hards, but not a blow off.
True statement.
So remember, Seth was also saying to Big E that when he was on SmackDown, the Universal Champion was scared of him.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, he was scared of the Universal Champ.
Yeah, so the Universal Champion is his old Shield member, Roman Reigns, and they had little, quid pro quo going on, a few episodes ago about who was challenging who and fighting who and whatever. So this if, and I've said this before, if WWE had any interest in long-term booking, long-term storytelling, this could come back to haunt Seth Rollins if Roman Reigns were ever to say, "Oh, what's this shit you saying about me? I was scared of you," and that'd be great.
It will never happen. It will never happen.
They're interested in long-term booking also, and besides that, looking at Edge's contract, as he said, he signed a 3-year. If they want to put the belt on him to have him finish out that title reign like he should have finished it out before he had to retire, Seth cashes in around Royal Rumble and somehow find a way to get him and Edge into a championship match. Edge wins that at WrestleMania, which means they'd have to make this year or next year's Royal Rumble winner SmackDown.
Yeah, that's
there's always but here's the thing: do they have Elimination Chamber on the schedule for next year? Because I know that they just posted some changes. There's nothing in August, and they're lining up a pay-per-view to go the same weekend as All Out. Because SummerSlam is in July. SummerSlam's going to be July this year.
August
or next year.
Interesting.
Absolutely nothing in August. Actually,
wow.
I know they had nothing in December. In January, they're going to have 2. They're going to have the Royal Rumble, and they're going to have year 1.
Or day one. Which, from what I've read, is not selling at all, which is not a surprise because it's on New Year's Day, and New Year's Day is when people are going to be recovering and watching the Rose Bowl. They don't give a fuck about wrestling.
Or hungover from the night before.
That's actually kind of funny.
I know what I intend on doing.
It doesn't make sense to have a wrestling event on New Year's Day.
It doesn't
here's
make
the schedule.
sense.
Just pulled it up.
It doesn't make sense to have it on New Year's Day.
So WrestleMania is going to be divided again, 2 nights, April 2nd and 3rd, which honestly I think is a smarter decision because having one 8-hour event is, I've been to 2 WrestleManias and they get absolutely exhausting once you're about 5 hours in.
Then May,
that is true.
That is true. May 8th, they have a pay-per-view in Providence. It's unnamed. Pay-per-view in Chicago. Hey, on June 5th. Bet anything that's Money in the Bank. Hope it's money. I'd love to go to one.
Okay.
July 2nd is Money in the Bank, so I have no idea what's going to be in June. July 30th is SummerSlam.
Balls of
September.
fire.
Oh God! Oh, please bring that back. Oh my God! I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. I loved that title. September 3rd or September 4th, pay-per-view at a to-be-determined location. That's rumored to be in the UK, according to What Culture, I believe. And then the Survivor Series is going to be in Boston on Saturday, November 26th. So they're really going late with Survivor Series.
Okay. Hey, congratulations to Moose for becoming the new Impact World Champion.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm so sad. They robbed my boy Josh Alexander, friend of the channel, Josh Alexander, the rightful Impact Wrestling World Champ.
They sure did.
But yeah. So Raw was good. I give it a 3 1/4 star.
Look at you.
I look out of 10, I give it a 3 1/4 star. Yeah.
Oh, out of 10. I thought we were going out of 5. Wow. All right. I'm sorry. Look at you.
You thought I was praising the brand again. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I do not dislike the WWE. I do dislike really awful wrestling. And tonight was the season premiere of Monday Night Raw with a bunch of reruns because they had a bunch of matches that they've had before. But they had some really good matches too. But the main event in the tag team match by far blew out of the water. I just can't wait to see what happens on
the fact
on
that they
Friday.
let it go a half hour. Like when they started it, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be good. It's about to go down."
Right.
A half hour ladder. It was a ladder match. It had tables. It didn't have any chairs.
Tables.
And ladies and gentlemen, I will say this: this match was more extreme than the whole Extreme Rules
Extreme
pay-per-view
Rules.
that happened.
Yes. The night after Extreme Rules was more extreme than Extreme Rules.
So let's see what they do. You know, they brought Bearcat Keith Lee back. They brought my boy T-Bar back, Dominic Dijakovic. They need to put them together. They destroyed it at NXT. They were fucking amazing. They had some of the best matches at NXT. They should put those guys together. They make money.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna see the Bearcat versus T-Bar head to head. Imagine this is Rocky 3, and you see the Russian glove and the American glove coming together, and the explosion. Yeah, we're gonna see the Bearcat versus T-Bar.
The Bearcat versus T-Bar.
It doesn't sound nowhere near as exciting as Rocky and Russia, but you know they'll make something of it at some point.
If he dies, he dies.
Biggie will be. If he dies, he dies.
Wow, tag team name T-Cat.
T-Cat. One thing I can truly say this right now. Big E will be so excited for that match because it'd be two big dudes slapping meat.
Two big
meaty men slapping meat.
Men slapping meats.
I don't know, man. It's just so.
It's his dream. It's his absolute
so
dream.
Long. It's almost like it's so big.
The only thing would top it is like 3 or 5 Goldbergs in the ring.
Oh my God! Someone will dive in.
Hey, so real quick, can I tell you? This is totally off topic. Wrestling fans, and I am one of you. Wrestling fans are the best fans in the world. Let me tell you why. I went to the PCW Ultra live event this past weekend in Wilmington, California, and we had the God JTG versus the Modern Miracle Steve Madison. Now, I don't know who the Modern Miracle Steve Madison is. However, he did look like a swole Bruce Willis.
Did he die hard?
Let me tell you something.
Was he on the spaceship going to the moon?
Come
The
on.
crowd starts
That's Becky
chanting.
level.
When the crowd starts to chant, yippee-ki-yay.
Oh man, I want you to do a review of PCW because that show was off the chain, and my
Dude.
boy Kevin Sullivan was there. So
I was really trying to explain to my girlfriend who does not watch wrestling just how wrestling fans are so fucked up, but are just so into it. Like we're gonna tell you, like, we love you, we hate you, all points in between. But man, they were yelling, they were chanting John McCain, they were chanting Yippee Ki-Yay, just all Bruce Willis, just all of it. And it was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. And JTG took the L. But
what would have been even better is if it was happening around Christmas.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I will not hear otherwise.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I tried telling someone that, and they were like, "That's not true." I said, "Look, every fucking Die Hard you've seen has been around Christmas. He's always." And can I just ask you guys this? Why is it he always ends up with no fucking shoes on?
That part I don't know.
That outside of the first one, that never even occurred to me that he always ends up shoeless in them. Oh my God.
Shoeless.
No, wait. One of them didn't take place during Christmas. The one that came out in the mid 2000s, that had Timothy Oliphant. I'm sorry? You cut out there for a second.
The one with Sam Jackson?
Die Hard with the Vengeance. I think that one was supposed to be around the 4th of July. I think that's the only one that wasn't around Christmas time.
I think that was Die Harder. Die Hard, and then Die Harder, and then Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just remember it was the mid 2000s.
Those damn old ass movies. Die Hard with the Vengeance. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh my God.
Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh God. If he books a show out here, everybody's going to be screaming that. And they'll be going full. No, it won't even be Yippee-ki-yay. It'll be the full.
It was hilarious. And I just sat there and I was just like, man, wrestling fans, it gets no better than this. It gets no better than this. And if you choose to get in the ring and you're brave enough to be on that stage and to put your skills on show for everybody, God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Man. And you know me, man. I had the most fun this weekend in the world. I got to do it in
unless you're that guy who gets in the ring and the first thing you say is, "Hey, y'all, shut the fuck up."
Wait. But I did say, I've been waiting to say that for a very long time.
Hey, you shut the fuck up.
Look, it was a 21 and over show. Okay. So we usually don't use foul language on TV, but we were like, hey, it's a 21 and over show. It's not going to be on TV. It's going to be on pay-per-view, so we can say what we want to say. And as I'm in the ring, and I'm like, Miko, you beat my ass in Washington. Some chick in the crowd goes, fuck Washington. And I said, yeah, fuck Washington. It was awesome. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it was one of the best nights I've had in 29 years of wrestling. I didn't have to filter my mouth. I could say what I wanted to say. And at one point, I got the crowd chanting, "Go fucking home, bitch. Go fucking home."
Yeah.
It was a ruckus. It was rowdy. If you missed it, please send an email to bcwbooker@gmail.com. That is bcwbooker@gmail.com. You can watch that video. You can watch all the craziness from BCW Worldwide presented the return at the Holocene.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed it, you've got to go watch the hardcore match where a guy gets a mouthful of thumbtacks and the match just ends.
Look, let me tell you how mad I was after that. I'll tell you just how mad I was. I was the next match. Okay. I came out, and as I'm in the ring, I'm kicking the thumbtacks out of the ring, right?
Yeah.
So during Miko gives me the slingshot into the corner. And when I bumped backwards, my hand went across 5 thumbtacks. And I just looked at my hand and screamed F as loud as possible.
The thing is, the dude was in the ring trying to clean up as much as he could after the hardcore match, you know, with the thumbtacks and everything else. And
That was
he
mild.
did what he could.
That was mild. Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on another edition of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Remember, Wednesday night is a very important night for us. Please like, share, and click, and subscribe. And do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, share this with everyone that you know, because we're trying to make it to where one of our own, a man who has gone out there for years and entertained you all. Why don't we help him? Why don't we work on a way to make money to help him take care of himself? You know, this man has lost a lot of what's a good word I can use here? He's lost a lot of just, I really just can't tell you. When you're in this industry and something like that bad happens to you, like your whole world comes apart. This man has been a professional wrestler for the longest time, and the fact that he's not able to do it anymore, that's
He's lost a part of himself.
More than a part of himself. He's lost himself.
Yeah.
You know, his light. Yeah, that's right. So please like, click, and subscribe. Join us this weekend, this Wednesday. Let's do this. Let's raise some money. Let's go out and do the right thing. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go do the right thing. For the first time in a long time, let's just make sure we do the right thing.
Support indie wrestling, support indie wrestlers.
That's right. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on another edition of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your brother franchise, and for your boy, Chemical Julian, and for Morgan down there on the bottom, thank you very much for joining us, and we hope to see you on Wednesday night when we break it all down. AEW Dynamite returns Wednesday nights, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be off the chain. I'm finally happy that we get to do a Wednesday night podcast with the most exciting wrestling show on the air, AEW Dynamite. And the one thing that I'm really proud about is that every week here, you can watch us in certain places. And Julian,
like where?
Tell them where they can watch us.
If you're in the Portland, Oregon area, every Monday night at 10 p.m., Channel 22 Xfinity TV and Channel 8002 CenturyLink TV. Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m., Channel 23 Xfinity TV and Channel 8003 CenturyLink TV, and Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. on Channel 11 Xfinity TV and CenturyLink TV.
Man, and you know what? If you drive around your car and you want to listen to us, and you just like, hey, you know what? I really like those guys. I want to listen to them when I'm driving around, when I'm arguing with my girlfriend, and you know, when I'm out there pissed, just I need to get the vent. I need to get a good laugh. You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. It's in all the major podcast platforms. And you know what else you can do? If you like, click, and subscribe, and you join this, and you want to get all your cool ass wrestling news,
yeah,
all you gotta do is bodyslam.net for all your wrestling news. This lady right here, she's writing some cool ass articles, interviews, and all that good stuff for bodyslam.net. Make sure you join it, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, it is www.bodyslam.net. If you like this hat right here,
I like that. Is that 503 Originals?
That's a 503 Originals. You can go to www.
Get out of here.
www.503originals.com. That is www.503originals.com for hats, beanies, all the cool ass shit that you can wear to represent the 503, represent your boy, the franchise. You can go ahead and do that. And you know what else you can do? Go to www.prowrestlingtees.com/rated2G. That is RATED-2G. G. Go get hats, t-shirts, all that cool shit. Help me support myself. Help me support this channel. And if you want to support this channel, you want to keep us going. You want to make sure that we can be on this show week after week after week. It's easy. Support the channel. Play this podcast. Click anchor.fm /roundtable podcast /support. Somebody's got to pay the bills here. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us again. And we are out.